Welcome back. I know I haven't posted in like 4 months, I think. Oh god. Um, we don't talk about that. It might have been 5 months now, I don't know. I mean, like, I've been posting on YouTube Shorts, right? That counts. Anyways, I'm really sorry for that. My upload schedule has been really bad lately because I've been busy with school, and this is not something I usually post. But this is for my English project. It's gonna be a review for the Paper Menagerie. In advance, I'm warning you. I'm sorry if I pronounce some words wrong. I'm not the best at speaking Chinese. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Uh, and also, if you hear any background noises, don't mind those. I'm not very, this is a new thing for me to record, and my family's upstairs, so yes. The Paper Menagerie, a short story written by Keen Liu. Now, you might be wondering, hey, what the Paper Menagerie? I should probably bleep that out. Hey, what is this Paper Menagerie story you're talking about? Well, you're in luck. I'm gonna give you a short summary. Pretty much, it's a story about a son that his mom came from China. She sold herself to the dad. That's an American. They had a kid in America. He looks like his mom, and his mom can make these really cool lifelike paper origamis. All she has to do is just fold them up and breathe into them like a balloon, and they come to life. A few of the paper origamis that the child, his name is Jack, has gotten are a tiger, a water buffalo, two sharks. We don't talk about the first one. The first one might have accidentally died. Um, but it's okay, cause paper can't be in water. But the second one was made out of tinfoil. They woo. um, and so yeah, that problem got solved. He had As a kid, most kids have plastic toys like Star Wars dolls, stuff like that, toy trucks, I don't know. I don't know what kids had. I had My Little Pony toys as a kid. uh, and instead of quote unquote normal kids, he didn't have any of those types of toys. His types of toys were the origami animals his mom made, and he didn't mind that. His mom always incorporated Chinese culture into their everyday life, and he loved his culture. He thought the origami animals were great. He thought the culture was great. He loved everything about it. He spoke Chinese to his mom every single day as well. Until things changed. People started bullying him for the way he looked, the way he ate, the things he did, the way he acted, even the fact that he didn't have any quote unquote normal kids' toys, and the fact that he played with paper origami animals. He got bullied for, well, you know, being himself. Kids are cruel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people know that. And he was unfortunately a victim of bullying, mostly racist bullying as well. He's had multiple adults tell him how incomplete his features are, with a quote being, "While I read in the dining room, Mom unpacked the kitchen. The neighbors conversed in the living room, not trying to be particularly quiet. He seems like a normal enough man. Why did he do that? Something about mixing races. Never seems right. The child looks unfinished. Slanted eyes, white face, little monster. Do you think he can speak English?" Oh my gosh. Jeez. Well, we have a lot to unpack here. um, so, it's not just the kids that are being cruel to Jack, it's the adults too. The racist remarks, they only cause him to hate his culture more. He used to love it. And after all the things people tell him, after bullying him, after telling him how ugly he is and how different he is, he starts hating his culture. He starts hating his mom. He starts hating his origami toys. He packs them up in an attic. He starts ignoring his mom every time she spoke to him in Chinese. He started telling her to stop talking to him in Chinese and speak in English, which she has a very valid reason for not being able to speak in English. Bro, she was beaten as a kid anytime She tried to learn English. That's a pretty valid reason. Personally, if I was beaten anytime I tried to learn a language, I wouldn't want to continue learning that language. I'm just saying. But that's me, though. And he would yell at her for cooking Chinese food. He begged, well, technically not begged, but argued that she should start cooking normal food. American food, get more takeout, stop cooking Chinese, and stop acting all weird. It's this whole mess that he's not doing this to hurt her. And she probably doesn't understand why he suddenly becomes so distant. But I bet she has a slight idea. And I'm sure he doesn't realize how much he's hurting her in the process. He's just so mad with how much everybody bullies him, with how much he doesn't fit in. He just wants to fit in. Now, with the short analysis out of the way, you can see why I like this story, maybe. I don't know. Well, I relate to it personally. I mean, I wasn't born in America. I was born in Central Asia. But I somewhat relate to his problems. I understand the racism. I understand why he hates his culture. I had something similar happen to me as well. Now, here's a few things I did appreciate about what Keen Liu did with the story. One of the things being the setting. The setting was written phenomenally. I absolutely loved the way he incorporated the setting into the character's character development. So, like, the setting, the characterization, they coincide very well, and the conflict too, because they were discriminated within their setting, so the conflict being the discrimination, and the characterization being their character growth from, well, the discrimination. I hope that makes sense. This is a little bit off topic, but I really did appreciate this one thing King Liu did add into his story. It's almost like an Easter egg. Not an Easter egg, but this tiny little thing. I really appreciated it. So, in the story, it's made known that Zack, his Chinese zodiac sign, is the tiger, and his most favorite toy that's constantly brought up, the first one that got brought up in the story, and the last one that got brought up in the story, was Lahu, the tiger. I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, though. You're allowed to yell at me in the comments if I didn't. Anyway, Lahu represented the childish side. Like, the childish side that Zack could have experienced if he would have let himself just live his life, if he would have just ignored all the bullying, if nothing would have happened to him, what he would have ended up being just a happy kid living his own world and like living in his own world, being all happy. And unfortunately, that never happened. And I like to see the tiger as the personification of what Zack's inner child is, what his inner child wants, just to be happy, just to be playful, and it's written so well too. This story, the writing itself, like the setting, the characterization, the conflict, it's so good. And the writing is just phenomenal. I love it so much. The emotions I felt when I heard about what had happened, I'm not gonna spoil exactly what happens. Well, I mean, fully, because I know I've like made a little short summary, but you guys can listen to the whole video if you want on your own. I'll link it down in my description. I think the story is amazing. Just like do something and put it on in the background. It's a really good story. I definitely recommend it. A 5 out of 5 stars, or 10 out of 10 stars. I don't know. Same difference. Anyway, I hope that analysis of the Paper Menagerie made sense, because I have never made one of these before, and I know the quality isn't the best. I know my speed paint in the background keeps jumping back and forth. My recording kept, like, my iPad kept stopping the recording, so ignore that. And this is, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but this is my first time doing this. I hope you guys can forgive me. It's for the extra credit. Anyway, bye! Bye-bye! Bye, guys. See y'all later. Callaghan.